Hello, hello. Let's see. I'm trying to share it on my Facebook. Alrighty. Okay, there it is. Alrighty. Trying to share this. Bear with me, y'all. Trying to share this. Bear with me, y'all. Share this. Bear with me, y'all. Hey, Pam, how are you? Yeah, could you hear her? She's going in the back, so I won't hear her. Let me turn this down. Okay. I was trying to see if I could share it on Facebook, but it's not letting me. So I'm just going to get out of here. Okay. All righty. So how are you doing today, Pam? Are you guys having good weather out there? Hello. Hello, Beatrice. Oh, thank you, Pam. Thank you for sharing it. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Tonight's going to be interesting. We're going to have some fun, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. Actually, while we're waiting for some people to join in, I'm going to open up some of our inks. Ooh, almost stabbed myself. That's not good. Guess I should use my scissors and not my ponytail. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Jess. Thanks for joining. Ooh. I'm so proud of you, Jess. Oh, you got the oil, the owl there. Yeah, I think I got this from Michelle. Actually, I think she had it on her site. I'll have to look and see if she still does or not later. This was all impromptu, so I definitely don't have anything listed. Okay. Your weather needs hormones. Oh my goodness. 40s last night. Oh my gosh. Yes. Like ours has been hot. I've been trying not to like whine and say we need to put on the air conditioner because as soon as we do, then the temperature is going to drop again. It's like, ugh. It's definitely bipolar weather, right? It don't know what it wants to be. Sometimes it wants to be spring, sometimes it wants to be summer, still wants to have a little winter action. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. You guys, it was cold where you were. It was hot here today. It was hot last night too. I had to actually put my ceiling fan on. I was like, ooh. And I don't usually sleep with my ceiling fan, only because sometimes I think it makes you wake up with a sore throat. It's like too much air. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about taking all of that off. I just want I got villainous potion and the salt water. What's it called again? Yeah, saltwater taffy out, and I hadn't taken them out of their plastic yet. So if we're gonna play with them, spray with them and stuff, then I wanna get it open. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. You had to pump the heat. Yes. And a sweater today. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's been crazy. Almost like my emotions. Up and down, up and down. Oh, and I got this too. Okay, so now that we have a few of you here, what we're gonna work on tonight is I don't know if everyone knows it or not, but my little scrapbook store actually does 2 challenges a month. They do The main one, the first one, I would say, which is like it kind of lends towards scrapbooking, but you could always, transfer it into a card, you know, if there was a layout or even a color theme or something you had to do. If you're more of a card maker, you could um, also participate with a card for that challenge. And then Gina specifically does a card challenge. And it's just a good way to get us, creating, maybe working in a smaller size, change it up a little bit. Hey, mom. Oh, it's not? Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go back over here. We may still use it. I like the sentiments. That's why I pulled it out for. And then I got this one a while ago, but I just think the little girl is so cute. So I may use her, may not. And then you guys have seen, I think Gina used this stamp on one of her lives recently. And I used it when I finally got myself in gear and made this card for the March card challenge. So, yeah. So we may be using this again. I might use it for the best day ever. And then I also pulled out a few stencils. These two are probably the newest ones I've gotten. And then these two are from Color Study. And you can't go wrong with Vicky's. Look at those. I love the stencils. Oh. Okay. So we got that. And then I also got the new craft mat from Tim Holtz that we're going to try. Now, I know in his video he showed cutting it up for the different sizes and stuff like that. I'm not cutting mine. At least I'm not cutting this one. If I were to cut one, I would have to get a second one because I can't function like that. I would have to have one that's solid, that's whole. You know what I mean? Ooh, trying to get it out. Ooh. But what's cool about this mat is it grips the paper. So when you put it down on the mat, you don't have to worry about taping it. Okay, y'all. Seriously? This is crazy. I'm like, it's like freaking stuck inside there. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm not making that many cards tonight. We're gonna just play with backgrounds. Like we'll make because doing the sprays and stuff is gonna be like stupid quick. So I just wanted to have some cut out. I cut it out of the 12 by 12 um foundations paper. So we're not making that many cards, even though if I put my mind to it, I probably could get a good 3 just whipped out or quick. But we're just going to see how this goes. Okay, so here's the mat, and it's not super huge actually. Let me see. It's like 12 inches. Yeah, just barely 12 inches. Take out some of the wrinkles. Yeah, 12 by 10, 10 and a half. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a huge mat. So I'll put this to the side. And then I'm just going to show you some of the products that we may be using tonight. So I have some Nouveau Glacier White because we may do some heat embossing. I got some clear embossing powder. I got some of the Vicky Bouton paste that I was thinking of maybe using with the stencils. Is it more for card makers then? Yeah, I guess so. Because, well, here's the thing though. Even with you using it on a 12 by 12 like layout, if you were blending and doing stuff on there and you didn't want it moving around, you could still put your paper on it because it's going to stop it from moving. Make sense? So like, let me see. 12 by 12, you put it down on your paper and then it won't, oh, sorry y'all. Focus on my arm. Okay. So even just placing it like this right now, like it's not There's no shifting, right? So the idea would be that it would have something to sort of secure it. So you could still potentially use it with your 12 by 12s. Okay. All right. Come on, play with me here. Right. It's more to hold the paper in place. I think let me see what the back side is. Not so much. It's not sticky. No, it's not sticky. I mean, this is sticking, like kind of clinging to it, but it's not. No, I think it's just the type of material it is. It literally is like a note, like a grip, like it holds on to it. But hold on, we're gonna get more to it in a second, okay? And then I got so the Vicky Boot and Paste that we may use, and then I pulled out, like I said, the sprays, which is probably gonna be what we're gonna use the most of. Okay, so we're gonna put this to the side for right now, and then so like even with I'm gonna pull that off. Okay. So when you put it down on your mat, like it's not moving. Okay, like this isn't gonna move anywhere. And then when you put your cardstock, you see? So like, oh no, that one possibly has ink on it. Do I use all of these? Okay, here's a clean brush. All right, so I go to no hands and I'm using my brush to like apply ink. See how it's not moving? So yes, like silicone. Yes, 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 yes. If you guys have seen it, hold on. I had originally gotten this one from Waffle Flower, and it's very similar to this in texture. Okay. Um, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to put that one back. Okay. So, and yet it comes up easily. Okay. All right. So let's get started. I'm gonna leave this down. It'll be all right. And what I want to do is heat emboss two of these real quick. And we're gonna do best day ever. All right. So I think even though I made these papers 4 by 5 1/4, so it would definitely fit on a card front. And I think even with just the best day ever, and then what we're gonna do around it will be fine. All right. So let's bring this out. So when Tim was talking, and I think I wound up seeing it from Christina Werner, and they cut it up where you could use the pieces technically like inside your Misty or any stamping platform that you may have. Um, I don't. I mean, it's okay. I don't think it needs to be cut up, but if you want it to, I mean, it makes sense. So I'm just treating my paper with a little bit of powder. I'm going to do one clear and one with white. Okay. And then I get powder on the silicone. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Okay. So where's my all right. Sorry, you guys. Just trying to get it even. Oh, okay. Thank you for linking that map, Beatrice. Thank you. Okay. We're going to have to reset that because I forgot it was rubber and I had my mat underneath, which I don't need if it's rubber. Okay. So let's do this. Let's put it down again, and I'm going to have to do the powder again. Trying to rush and not keep you guys here while I fiddle and faddle. Okay. All right. And since this is a brand new stamp, I definitely want to press down twice to make sure I get good impression. And I have like a dry eraser that I use to help with the pressing down. I know some people have those new tools they're starting to come out with, but I have found that this works just as well. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the clear powder on, and then we'll heat it all up at the same time. Because you can put the powder on and then it'll keep until I do the other one. And it's hard for you guys to see, but it's just slightly, see how it looks a little matte? That's from the powder. Okay, so we're going to do the next one. All right. Yeah, I can show that to you. Yes, Jess, definitely use it because this is what helps you, or why I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm not a good stamper. It's like some of the stampers are using help too. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure, dude, because I didn't look to see where I put this on my grid to make sure I put it in the right spot. Duh. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you put it in the corner. That's why you do that. All right. So this is the dry eraser. I got this off of Amazon. I want to say like it's been a couple of years now. I saw one of the people I follow, Amy R. Savvy. I don't know, card makers may know her, but that's primarily what she does. She wound up using that, and I was like, what? I need that like yesterday because, you know, it's a must. It's a must. Things are starting to ache and it helps. Oh, don't worry about the magnet. It does that, but it'll be all right. Then we'll ink it one more time. Now the other pieces I have, what I'm thinking is I'm just going to spray on those. These I'm doing more of a resist technique. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Mr. Clean. Oh. Yep, I sent B one. I think I got mom one for whenever she decides she wants to actually come in and start stamping. So I highly suggest them. Alrighty. Glacier white. Now, sometimes it all depends on what I'm working on. If I'm using obviously white paper, sometimes you wouldn't think to use white embossing powder, but you'll see like sometimes you want it to be super white, you know what I mean, depending on the colors that you're using. And so even though it's on white paper, um, sometimes I think it's best to do it with the white embossing powder. And this is Nuvo's Glacier White. There's one little spot. Okay. Ooh. We're gonna work it out. Try not to tip them over. Okay. All right. I do dangerous stuff like that all the time. Even when you guys aren't around, I be having stuff teetering and like, hold on, don't move. All right, we'll clean that later. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna heat up real quick. It's always best to kind of let it heat up a little bit. You see, she's not saying nothing, B. I keep trying to get her in here with me. Now, what I normally do is sometimes I don't hit it to the project right away. I like to sometimes heat from behind a little bit and then go straight to the project just to kind of like warm up the paper a little bit. Believe it or not, heat embossing was probably one of the first things I ever tried in the card making world, and I have not been able to stop since. I love embossing. But definitely think about heating from behind, only because sometimes it helps the paper from warping. And even though this is um, Vicky Bouton's paper, the foundation's paper, sometimes with the heat, you still get a little bit of that warpage. Because these heat guns are really hot. I just feel like I'm going to burn myself. All right. Okay. Yay. This is so exciting. All right. So let's do this. Ooh, okay. Now, I think we're going to play with the sprays. So the sprays I pulled out, I told you were the Villainous Potion, the Saltwater Taffy, and then I also have Hickory Smoke, and I have Iced Spruce. So we're going to use those and spray a little bit. We'll move our mat. Woo-hoo. You see it was getting ready to roll on me. Okay. Now for my splatters, because I'm going to actually try and spray them and use them like they're supposed to be used. I'm going to use my splat box. Right? I do too. I love watching it melt. It's very exciting. Okay. So these other two I'm going to put to the side. We're not going to worry about those. And we're going to start with this. So I'm going to do Villainous Potion. And I think Ice Spruce has more of a greeny tone. Should I do that with the pink? I think that might be cuter. I'm going to do the Hickory Smoke with these two. So when it comes to the sprays, I like to just play with them because the oxides do things a little different with that kind of what's that called? The mix that they have. It's that chalky. I call it like a chalky version of the color. Well, I mean, I think it's designed to go everywhere. Like, I don't know, you know, even that little space there, I still had paper or little flicks on it. It's really hard. I'm sorry, you guys. My thumb hurts today, and I'm trying to get all this shook up, and it's hurting. With the oxides, you'll always hear that noise because they have the little balls in there to shake up the mix, the stuff on the inside. All right. So let's get to spraying. I'm going to spray a little bit of the oxide first. And then we'll spray. Now you can see that a little, well, I'll try and hold it up a little bit, but the stress ink is actually a much deeper purple. It's really cool. I'm gonna put some of the gray. Okay. Let me get this out a little bit. Oxides. That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks, B. All right. We're going to stencil on top of these. So that's why I didn't go really deep with the sprays. I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side and let's spray one more time with the other one. Because I know I'm going to layer another element of color on top with the stencils. All right. We might grab the other one. Do something with all the colors. Okay. I'm going to put this one so I don't mix it up. I have little color circles on some of my Distress oxide sprays so I can see what the colors look like dry. I like doing that. I haven't done it for the new ones yet, but I probably will eventually. There it is. Trying to find the circle. All right. Oh, I love this color. This is such a pretty color. Such a pretty color. We definitely needed this color. All right. Don't worry, I'm gonna go back. And I like how some of the wet spots, like you can kind of move them around and it changes the shape up. Okay, so let's do something here. All right, just real quick, because like I said, with the sprays, it's super quick. So we're gonna do some purple and dry. No. Saltwater taffy just went on the floor. Sorry. Right? I love the winner's potion. It's so purple. I'm definitely in love with that color. Almost bring the halo effect right in there, right? I like that. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I like it. Okay. And then with stuff like this, you just make them and put them to the side. Who knows when or if you'll ever need to use it, right? You don't have to um, make it only when you're wanting a card. Sometimes it's fun to just play with the new product. Ooh, I don't know if that one was pink. Hold on. Yeah, it was pink. Okay. And purple. Okay. So those are good. And that is the okay. So now we're gonna pull this out and play with our inks. Hold on one second. Embossing powder all over the place. Ooh. Okay. Now, because this is kind of on the warp side, I am going to tape it down. Only because, or at least tape it to the stencil that we're going to use. That's what I'll do. And I think on this one, let's do this. This one, we're just going to use a simple polka dot. Parts of it still wet, but that's okay. Just taping it from behind. That way you don't have to worry about it. You can go straight to the edge on the front. Okay. So let's see. I think I want to use, because we have the hot pink line, and then we have sort of like the primary color one. This is a pretty pink. This one is like super hot, but I kind of like it. It is super bright. Let's see. Oh, of course the phone's got a ring, because that's what we do. Sorry, guys. Can someone answer it? Okay. Guess not. All right. Hopefully you won't hear the answer machine. All right. Just spreading it on. It's going to be super stupid bright. Ooh. This is going to be a nice, like, it changed from like the grungier background we did. And then these bright dots are going to be on top. This would make a nice birthday card for somebody. And that's usually what I'll do. Like if I'm just playing with backgrounds and stuff, like I'll try and make them with the intent for like, okay, well, if I went back to this, like what kind of card would I make, you know? And then I'm just gonna scrape up as much as I can. Ooh, all right. You got to be careful with these because they do dry out. If you open it, really, there should be press and seal on there. I just haven't had a chance to put any on yet. And then let's go. Okay. And look at that. And then we're going to let this dry and we'll take a look at that once this is all finished. All right. And then this one I'm going to put right into I got a little soapy pan right next to me. I'm going to get that in. And then I'm going to grab a paper towel. Okay. And clean off my palette knife. Now, this palette knife actually came with those pastes from Vicky Boutin. So I think that's a good deal. You know, if you're looking for something to start off with and you want to play, right? It's different. I like the grungy and then that pop of color on top of it. That could be a fun card. Even one just to say, hey, you know, sending you a card. Hope you're having a good day. You know. Okay. So let's look at this purple one. Now we actually have a really pretty purple that could go with that too. I love the purples. You guys love the purples? I love the purples. I was thinking of this one. I think we're going to use this one. Okay. And I could have peeled off that tape from that one that we just did, but it'll be all right. I'm just going to this on. Okay. Which one is that one, B? Is that the new one with the metals? If you guys haven't seen that, you gotta check it out. Oh my god, I can't wait to get those in my hands. They have a metallic finish. Gorgeous. Okay. Now this one I haven't opened yet. Okay. All right. And then let me see if I can I get to it? Ooh. I don't think I can. I put it in the wrong drawer. It's all the way down in the bottom drawer. I'll have to get it later. I was going to show you guys. Oh, no, I can show you that. Did I put it on there? No. I think you guys have seen me do it before. It's on one of my things I've used. Yeah, I think I already put it away. Look at that purple. Lovely. All right. And you could always use pixie spray to attach it to your card. For right now, for what we're doing, and since we're just kind of playing, I was okay with just taping it from behind. Ooh, that one grab was enough for everything. That's one benefit of working with smaller size paper. Doesn't take much. And I'm trying to make it as thin as possible so that way it will dry faster as well, right? Because that's nothing worse than having to sit and wait for it to dry. All right. Ready for the reveal? Ooh, look at that. I really like that one. Okay, let's see. Yes. Well, okay. Here's the thing. When you use the pixie spray, if you wash it right away, when you go to use it again, it'll have some of the tackiness, but it's not going to be like if you had just sprayed it tacky. However, if you're doing a lot of pages at one time, the pixie spray does last and you can take it off, put another piece on, and keep going. It's just once water hits it, it does lose some of the tackiness. It's still there, it's not gone completely, but it's not like a full dose, if that makes sense. But I like the pixie spray, so I definitely think it was worth it. My goodness. Ooh, I like that. I know, right? There's something about the purple. Something about the purple. We're gonna put that to the side. Hopefully it can dry while we're here. I'm gonna put this one in the water. Oh, okay. All right. You guys doing okay? Yeah, yeah, you'll love it, B. It's definitely it's a help, especially when the stencils are very intricate. Um, it's just allows it to lay down flat and it's less um paint, ink, or whatever it is you're using slipping underneath of it. You know what I mean? I have a cleaner somewhere. Let me see if it'll help with cleaning off this mat. Yes. Okay. I was working really hard to get that stuff off. Okay. And that I just sprayed on there was the squeaky clean. I clean it on everything. All right. So now for our two that we're going to turn into cards, I'm thinking what I want to do is blend, ink blend, and then possibly do a stencil over top of it. Okay. We're going to use the soft water taffy on one. And of course, because I'm in that kind of mood, we'll use the purple on the other. Why not? And what we'll do is I have oxide brushes that I normally use. I think I put them away because that's what I do. I I tend to try to put it away now, and then I can't find it again. So I have some ones that I bought, little cheap set. So we'll just use that for the taffy and the purple. So the purple was really exciting on the last one. So we'll just start with the pink. All right. So now your ink pads, right? You can place them on there and you can see it's really not moving. So now you can ink up your brushes with it and it stays in place. This is amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the inside and go outwards. So I want most of the ink to be right underneath the words, right? Because that's where I want it to resist. And then we'll go out and get softer and we'll just add more ink, get it really saturated. And then we'll just keep blending. And I'm just taking it out lighter to the edge. I'm not trying to get it super dark there. I want it darker in the center. All right. And what I can do, I'm going to grab this other one. The oxides are very smooth. They're creamy, right? Well, if you use the stress ink, I think this one may come across a little bit of a deeper color. Let's see. All right. Then I'm going to grab my little micro cloth here and just wipe over the best day ever. Now, this one is the clear, and I can tell it's the clear because it's not a bright white, which shows that the paper itself, though it looks very white, after you put the clear embossing on it, it actually kind of tones down the white. But it's okay because we're not done with that yet. But we are going to go to the purple one next, and I'm going to bring it out just in case, depending on how villainous looks. Now, this one is the white. Okay. Ooh, my ink pad's disconnected. That's not good. Never had one do that before. That's interesting. Okay. Starting in the center. And because the Vicky Bouton paper is smooth, it does lend to have an easier blend. So I know back in the day, a lot of times everyone would always say you can start from the edge and work your way in, but I'm not afraid in the center because as long as I keep moving it, I know this is going to blend out. Okay. And I'm just going to keep rubbing and I'm letting it be just a light amount of ink when I get to the edges. I'm taking that ink out. All right. And just doing a light blend. Just keep rubbing it. The main thing is don't give up, right? So it looks a little dark over here. I'm going to put a little bit more over on this area to kind of balance it out. Okay. All right. And then let's see. I think I still have one that doesn't have ink on it. It's a pink, but it's okay. I know I messed up because I don't know which one's which. It'll be all right. I just try not to use the same brush in both the oxide pads and the distress, only because it's two different makeups. So you don't want it to. Oh wow, look at that one. That one. It's okay. Don't panic. Look how that one darkened it. What? And then we can go right here. and just brush it to make it kind of lighten it. Okay. All right. Same thing. Grab our cloth. Now this one was the white embossing powder. Just making sure to get as much of the ink off of it as I can. So you can see this one is a little bit brighter on the best day ever, right? Look like two different colors. Exactly. But that the regular distress inks are so more, they're just that deeper color, you know? So now we're going to do, I'm thinking I'm going to use the distress ones and stencil on top. So I think that's what we're going to do. And let's see. I like the circles, but I like the flowers too. So maybe one will do it flowers. Maybe we'll do this one with the flowers. All right. And then on this one, because you guys know it's one of my favorites, I'm probably going to do the circles. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this. We got the purple out already. Let's just grab that. And I'm not going to tape it down. I probably should, but I just feel like I can hold it. I'm just going to go through the stencil. Sorry. You know, that's one of the hard parts about doing lives is that you're so concentrating on what you're doing, you're not talking. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them down or write them. And as soon as I look up, I will try and answer them. Okay, there's that. And then again, because the beauty of heat resist, you just wipe it away. And as it gets deeper, it almost makes the best day ever look brighter, don't it? I love that. Right? Okay. Oh, but we're not done yet, people. Just wait. Hold on. I'm going to blow your minds. I'm going to be so messy tonight. Thank God I'm off tomorrow because I'm going to need tomorrow to clean my space, I swear. Okay. Let's do this one. Ooh, got a little purple. Got a little purple on my finger. Hold on. Yeah. I don't want to make too much of a mess, but it might be too late. Okay. Okay. Music to your ears. Woo. And that's what I love about heat embossing first is it creates almost like an automatic layering. Even though we did the heat embossing first, it looks like we heat embossed last. I like that. But wait, we're gonna do more. So, ooh, I like this and I like this. We're gonna put these in our water and we're gonna clean. So we used textured paste sprays. We used some inks. I mean, we got pretty messy out here today. We're gonna do one more step on these cards and then it'll be done. And you're probably gonna be like, see, what else are you doing? Well, let me show you. I think I'm gonna take this butterfly stencil. I'm gonna do my very best. Actually, I'm not going to do my very best. I can just kind of mask it. Right? So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that as much as I can, the area where there's the words, that I don't get any of this new paste that I'm getting ready to use. Ooh, I just stabbed myself with this stencil. Ow, that hurt. Okay. And then dun, 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 I love this clear um texture paste from Nuvo. This is the Moonstone. This is probably one of my favorite techniques to do with blending or with my inks and stuff. At the end, I'll take a stencil like this and just use the clear because it'll dry and you'll see the same color that's down there, but it'll just give it a little pizzazz. Now, the only thing with this, okay, I just like to make sure I don't have a whole lot of color coming up because, with some of the oxides and the distress ink, it does reactivate. So that's why I'm only taking little bits because the goal is to hopefully use up what I take out. So that way, it's okay. Whatever I don't or I scrape off, it's just done because I don't know if you can tell, but there's some tint. Okay. So that we're not going to save because we don't want to, as much as we can, we don't want to cross contaminate. All right. You see the butterflies? I am loving it. Oh my God. It's 9 o'clock. I'm sorry, guys. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're going to do one more with the pink, with the pink. Okay. So what I'm going to do real quick is just kind of get some of this off. spray. Really easy to clean when you use the spray, I would say. Okay. Bear with me. I got stuff on here and I'm trying not to smudge it with my finger, which is like already too late. I'm just gonna turn that over. We're almost done, y'all. And what I'll do is I won't make you stay and wait. I'll when these are done, I'll turn them into the cards and then I'll share it on my Facebook. Because all I'm gonna do is basically attach them. You know what I mean? There's nothing really left to do. Attach them, and then you can make a sentiment on the inside of the card, and you're done. Okay, well, I definitely use this jar. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'm just going to remind you, if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you're on my YouTube channel, um, definitely check out, if you're not already online, if you go to My Little Scrapbook Store on Facebook. They have live sales. We do free online crops. Um, where there's so much. There's just so much. But definitely consider hitting the thumbs up button for me. And I already said subscribe, right? Oh, the notification bell. That's that. That's the other part of it. That way you're alerted whenever I upload new content. Into the water it goes. Make sure they all get wet. That way they're easy to clean. Alrighty. And there is the pink one. So these will literally, once they dry, I'll probably get a mat because I made it four, what did I say, 4 by 5.5. So I'll probably either get a black mat, yeah, either black. You could do brown with the pink. That would be pretty. Just a matte, plain paper to put on top and then attach them to my card base. Okay. And really, that's all they'll need because with all the stuff that we did and the sparkle from the butterflies, I think that's perfect. And then, real quick, before I completely head out, I just want to bring this back. Because we didn't make it super thick, this is already dry. So, in that same vein, you could just stamp out and use a die cut. You could, I wouldn't stamp right on top of this only because of the texture paste. However, you could stamp on a separate paper, cut it out, and then attach it for your sentiment. Okay. But this one right here, OMG. Oh, no problem, Pam. Go ahead. I hope you feel better. Thank you for coming. So this is the one that we did with the purple. Love, 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 love. Same idea. Now, to me, the purple screams for like a gold embossing sentiment. You could also put vellum, right? So say you did this one and you didn't like how the distressed area was in the back, right? Then all you have to do, cut out a piece of it, vellum, it kind of dulls it. And then you can always do a sentiment or whatever you want right on top of here. I've actually used vellum in my embossing folders to create a texture as well, and it's really pretty. And then that way, if you ever do something, you're like, now what do I do? There's always ways that you can fix something, even if it wasn't quite what you had imagined. But these are beautiful. I love them. Okay, so thanks, you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't put them all together on a card. We literally were flying by the seat of my pants tonight. Um, Usually, I'm usually more prepared, but not today because I came from work. You can see my work shirt. And basically came in here to get ready for you guys. Okay, so make sure you check out Michelle's having a live sale tomorrow. If you've already purchased from her from last week's live sale, if you purchase tomorrow, just put add in the comment. I think there's a like a for a coupon code. That way you only get charged delivery once, or yeah, the shipping fee once. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great night. And if you're around for the live sale tomorrow on Facebook or on mylittlescrapbook.com, I will see you there because most likely I'll be there. Shh, Ma, don't say nothing. All right. Bye, you guys.